Bubblegum Brothers is a new ZX Spectrum Next game with a total of 64 mostly devious levels, with 8 levels spread across each of the 8 worlds, and with each world having its own theme tune, whether upbeat and fun like Candyland and Jelly Reef, or a bit scary like the Fearful Forest and the Spooky Graveyard. And don't worry if you don't yet have a ZX Spectrum Next machine, since at this point only the baseboards have been sent out, but for the time being emulation is available via the C-Spect emulator, and I'll have a link to that in the video description below. You start off with 2 players, but if you're just playing with yourself, then you can quite happily let player 2 die and it won't affect your game. The best tip is to try and find the best place on each map to take a stand and kill everything that comes near you without having to move too much. But know that every time you do shoot a baddie, another one will respawn from the top, so although you'll never be rid of them completely, you'll at least get them away from you. Bubbles will regularly rise up to the top of the screen and burst, often just giving you food items which are worth points only. But occasionally there'll be a gem to make you invincible, a clock which can stop the baddies in their tracks, and the purple warp to make you move on to the next level. And there were certainly some I was very pleased to see the back of. Sometimes you'll head for the next 1-up extra life and grab it, only to lose one in the process. Then again, sometimes you'll lose one trying and still not get it. All these items are so random, so the warp might appear after less than a minute, or you can be waiting for what feels like forever for it to arrive. But for each item that drops, you'll be hoping that each time, your next leap will be the leap home. The next item to drop will be the purple warp. This game is incredibly colourful, often making you feel as if you're indulging in a sugar rush, and when you die, it certainly has that just one more go factor, just like all of the titles from Adrian Cummings' Spectrum Next games. Bubblegum Brothers will be the perfect game to do speedruns with, if your nerves can take it, especially since sometimes, even when you're not topping up your lives regularly, and you think you're going to walk it to the end, it's then that the baddies all rain down on you when you're not looking, and I was soon dead. It clearly has similarities to the classic 80s Bubble Bobble, which had its own iconic theme tune, so Bubblegum has certainly headed in that direction, whilst nicely putting its own spin on things. This game has been released in both physical and digital form, but the physical version tends to be limited to around 100 copies. And as I post this, there are still some physical ones available for $10.99 plus postage, so check out the link in the video description below. And if you miss out on that, you can still buy it as a digital download for around $5. And no, I'm not making any money out of promoting that link. So, what's the scores on the doors for this one? Okay, thanks very much for watching. Please like this video and share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click on the little bell to get all notifications, and cue Genesis.